Alright, what's happening, my bro? You alright?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, man, thanks for doing this. Welcome to Too Much Information.
Thank you for having me.
Just so everyone knows, you said nothing's off the table, so we're getting in. Yeah, man, maybe just, Tommy, man, I think we're going to start probably with, like, early days. So let's start with kind of childhood, family. Were you raised, like, mother and dad, were they both together? Were you raised with both in the house, like that? Let's start from there.
Mate, that's probably like the longest paragraph.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. That's fine, bro.
I've sort of had an alright childhood, happy childhood, everything. Mum and dad weren't together or nothing.
Right.
Talking about my dad, like, big influence on me, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But, my dad, bit of a gangster, bro.
Okay.
He's dead now.
Okay, bless.
But, proper geezer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
keep going, bro. Keep going. I'm digging. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, basically, growing up, I never got to see my dad, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And I always thought, like, what's going on there? Do you know what I mean? Always asking questions, but.
Do you ask me like your mum questions or just?
No, I knew
people
not
in
to.
general?
I knew not to ask her because it used to wind her up and that.
Right.
Me and my mum's relationship was never really good or anything like that.
What do you reckon? You minded her of him, or what do you reckon is the reason? What do you reckon?
If my missus was sitting there now, my missus would probably tell you. But yeah, apparently that's what it was all over because I look like my dad and obviously.
It's a common story, bruv.
Every time I lost my temper, apparently I looked like him, and but they wouldn't tell me nothing about him. So yeah. Hard
one to kind of, especially as a kid, it's a hard one to kind of even make sense of.
Well, I always sort of, as my sort of guidance and father, my granddad was there.
Okay.
But again, he couldn't really say too much without my mum pressuring him, sort of thing. So
that's your mum's dad, right?
That's my mum's dad. Yeah. Come from a bit of a weird one because my dad, he's traveller.
Right.
But then my mum's not.
Okay.
So it's two totally different worlds.
Yeah.
Me as a child, I never knew anything like that.
So did you have any contact with that side of the family at all?
No contact at all. Wasn't allowed. Yeah, it was totally against. I weren't even allowed to do boxing as a kid.
That's mad.
And I didn't know why, but it's because that's what my dad used to do.
Okay. Jesus, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, you're sitting down and you kind of just you almost want to like.
Yeah, and I guess you could say that's what sort of influences me on being a parent now.
Okay.
Because with my kids, I know the effects it can have on kids. You know what I mean? So I always try and be the best parent that I can be, and give everyone a fair crack of the whip. Like, I'd never badmouth their mother in front of them or anything like that.
Yeah.
Things are good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm with the mother and this, that and the other.
Yeah.
We've got a really good relationship, but even if, God forbid it,
of course,
she keeps me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Even if we weren't together, I know my kids would be looked after. I know she wouldn't badmouth me in front of them, and I would never do the same. So I'm blessed in that matter. But had a happy childhood and everything up until sort of secondary school.
Okay. What happened then?
Well, I got sent to live with my nan and granddad because I didn't get on with my mum's boyfriend at the time.
Right.
Who happened to be a policeman.
Who, the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he and I can't say too much because I've got a sister and that's his daughter. So I'm not going to say nothing bad or anything. Not that I've got anything bad to say about him.
I know what you mean though, yeah. It's better to just keep it neutral because I hear you.
But so I went to go and live with my nan and granddad. They're quite from a well-off area in Hertfordshire.
Okay.
So being from Enfield and then going up to there, I didn't mix too well with people around there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So resulted in a bit of bullying and that.
What, people used to try to bully you?
Yeah.
What sort of stuff we talking about here? What, name calling? We talking putting hands on you? What you saying?
Yeah, putting hands on me, pulling tools out, all sorts.
Okay.
And I guess you could say like one fella moved out he was from Brimsdown.
Yeah.
And in Hertfordshire and Broxton was predominantly a white area.
Yeah.
He was black, Jamaican.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I remember sitting down at school and like, nah, I ain't having no black kid around me. And I was thinking, fucking hell, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll tell you what, yeah, mate, come and sit down next to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So he was my best mate at school, and that's when all the petrol garages and all that sort of got all their sweets taken.
Okay, so yeah, that's
my partner in crime. We used to go and do that. We used to go get all the sweets out of petrol garages and then sell them at school. We're going with like 30 quid a day sometimes. You know what I mean?
School age, man, that's big money right there.
Yeah, and that was my introduction to not doing right. Do you know what I mean?
That was your first step into crime.
Yeah.
But not your last, no?
Oh God. Yeah, I've had a fun life.
Yeah.
Can't say that. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. And this is why I always strive now to do right.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I've got some stories.
Yeah, I respect it. So
coming past school.
Yeah.
I met my dad.
When you're at school, you're okay. So these times you're living with your grandparents, right?
Yeah, and I was about. I think I'd only just turned 16 and my dad had come out of prison.
Okay. So you didn't know he was in prison at this point, or did you know?
Yeah, I knew he was in prison. But he come out of prison.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm old enough now. Do you know what I mean? I want to go see my dad.
Yeah.
My God, like, so I went and met him, and big geezer, like, built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
I was like, it's my old man, you know what I mean? I was quite excited, but
Can imagine.
I didn't realise at the time the background on drugs or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, so with my dad, he was involved a lot in sort of like the harder drugs, like heroin and crack and things like that.
Right.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I'll take this on here. It's alright. Go on, leave it going.
Alright, sweet.
Paul, you alright, bruv? I'm just on a talk show thing, bruv. I'm just on a talk show. I'll call you back. Alright then, mate. Bye. That's my mate. He got done for a kilo. Yeah. And so anyway, with my dad, he introduced me to the heroin and crack.
So when you say introduced you, so you're 16. He's met you at 16. Yeah. Come out of jail.
Yeah.
And he's doing it.
He said, but I never knew. Yeah. Well, I didn't know what was going on. He kept going off and this, that, and the other, and then he'd come back and he'd.
Okay, you nodding off on that.
Yeah. So I knew something was going on, but I'd never been introduced to that before.
Mhm.
So anyway, so he's like, come and work with me. He done demolition. Right. So we go work and that, and he used to like super tea as well.
Okay.
So you just go there, smash the day's graft out, and he'd go, come and then we're going gym.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind he's had super tea, he's had a bit of thing and that.
Yeah.
And now we're in the gym. And that was his lifestyle, do you know what I mean? So then come Friday night, he's like, right, let's go and have a little, you know what, we deserve it and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in a crack house and I'm seeing things going on and all that. And like, when you don't do drugs like that, you're like, what's going on here? Yeah. And then I'm sitting down, two geezers are kicking off because one's holding the pipe longer, long, do you know what I mean? And he's going, hurry up, and it's all kicking off, and I'm thinking, what have I got into here? Yeah. And that's when you realise, like, drugs alter people's minds and that. Definitely. You see these normal geezers during the day and that, start doing that, and it's like, it's just turning into animals, bruv. Yeah, yeah. And that's what I come from, do you know what I mean? Like, from a young age now.
So from being that kid who looking at these people that are like acting up and fucking acting out of character, and like your dad's involved or whatever, or doing whatever it is, how do you get from that to then trying it?
I'll put it down to now.
Yeah.
Being a weak person.
I hear you.
I can see how people like they like succumb to peer pressure, this, that, and the other. But for me, it was just put in front of me. Do you know what I mean? The first time I done it, I was about 17.
Yeah.
And my dad never knew about it.
Okay.
But we'd be in the same fucking place.
Yeah.
But if he's gone out of the room to go and do that,
yeah,
I'd be like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not good at all. So
yeah.
Then he clocked onto it.
Yeah.
And I remember this is bad for a dad, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally wrong, but I remember standing there one time and he went, "Do you want one?" Like that, looked at me and I was like, "Nah," do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I thought he was testing me and he's like, "Well, I know you fucking do it."
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh my God, and that was awkward.
Yeah.
But
and you took it though.
But this is the thing, like, that's what happens, and then once you're in that vicious little circle, because to you at that time, being around them people, that's what you think's normal.
Yeah.
And I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal. Go work, have a soup of tea. Do you know what I mean?
Because that's your whole life, really. Because you're working with the same people. You're working with your dad anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in that in that world and nothing else outside that world.
Yeah.
When do you get a chance to experience anything else?
Even with my old man, it never stopped though. Once I knew about all that and say this, I was always used to seeing him with a bit of tin foil in his hand.
Yeah.
But this weren't a heroin addict that's about 9 stone or whatnot.
Yeah.
You're sitting looking at a man that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Sitting down doing that. So you don't think that it's gonna
kick you in the arse in the end,
and all this, that and the other. And to be fair, I looked up to my old man, do you know what I mean? Like he was there. So he always told me, "Son, if you're doing this, you make sure you're out grafting." Like, he always worked. He'd never like gone out and robbed anyone or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So moving on with the times.
Yeah.
CSCS card.
Yeah.
Got to have a ticket for a machine. You've got to do it and all that. I never had none of that. I mean, and then, but at the time, I had a little drug habit. Because it was normal to me.
Yeah.
How'd you fund that?
Yeah. How did you fund it?
That's what led me to going down Shit Creek Valley.
Okay.
I was going and getting it for free, wasn't I? And this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Which ain't that good.
Yeah. So I don't know how much we can go into that, but when we're talking about getting it for free, talking about sticking it on people, taking from them when that's what you mean?
Yeah.
Just to be clear. Alright.
Yeah.
And how does that affect how you have to move on a daily? Were you one of those people that moved digital and was like, alright, cool, I've just done that round the corner, so now I can't be on this high road, I can't be here?
Yeah.
Or were you just like off your head, just like whatever?
A bit of both, really.
Yeah. You
can't be off your head all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you have ups and you have downs.
Yeah.
When you're on a down, and you're back in reality, which at that time I didn't like being in reality. You think to yourself, God, what have I done?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time it was like that. It was like, what have I done? Like, she walking round and I've had a bloke come like to kill me on my doorstep. Do you know what I mean? And I can tell you about that story.
Yeah.
So I've gone to walk out my house.
Yeah.
This geezer with a massive chiv like that.
Yeah.
So, hold on, like, you know,
yeah, cool.
fight fire with fire. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll go and get my own one. You wait there. I've got something for you.
Yeah.
So come back out, but the neighbour had sort of seen him, but seen me and seen what was going on.
Mm.
And they phoned the police. Next thing I've got armed old Bill up at my doorstep.
Yeah.
With me on the floor, do you know what I mean? Like, the call went through that it was me.
Right.
And my missus has said, like, no, what's going on? Like, the geezer was trying to kill him. So I'm like, oh, right. Well, what's happened then? Like, I said, geezer's come with a massive chiv. They're like, well, what's this about?
Yeah.
Can't say nothing, but it come through on the police radio. Yeah, we've got him, this, that and the other. Yeah. So that coincided with what I was saying, like someone had tried to stab me.
Yeah.
And they went, do you want to press charges? Obviously, you can't be doing that, can you? Do you know what I mean? So I said no. And he's turned around to me and he's gone, well, if he makes a counter allegation, we'll come back and nick you. So,
yeah.
And this is the game, like, there's only one winner, do you know what I mean? And that's the old Bill in this game.
That's an example of kind of you maybe doing something, or not maybe, you doing something that's out of order, let's say, to fund your habit or whatever it was at the time, or to live or whatever, and it kind of coming back to kind of getting your karma or getting it come back to you in that regard, right? How deep did it get in the sense of your drug habit? Were you all, see, like how your dad was like to me you're describing it kind of like, you know, the functioning addict, like he was still going work, he was banging the gym out, like doing what he done on the weekend or whatever, or however it worked, Did you get super rock bottom, or did you kind of...
Yeah, super rock bottom.
Yeah.
Super rock bottom. The thing is, I didn't realise who I had around me at the time, do you know what I mean? Because this is the thing, when you learn about addiction and things like that, like the first step of that is realising that you've got an addiction.
Right.
Now that for some people is the hardest thing to do.
Right.
So I won't go into too much detail, but I woke up one day and it was my girlfriend, like, and I just broke down and I just told her it, because she weren't silly. She knew what was going on, but it was me. I couldn't admit it or this, that and the other. Right. To me, I thought it was normal. Yeah. So like going from wearing like long sleeve tops every day and things out to hide certain things and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I broke down to her and I said, look, this is going on and this, that and the other. And so that was the first step of doing that. Coming off it is one of the hardest things that you can do, but at the same time, I think what a lot of people don't understand is people are gonna come up with excuses for doing things like that. Okay. Think about doing drugs, doing heroin, doing crack, doing whatever. Yeah. There's no excuse for doing it. You've got a choice. You can say yes or you can say no. If you're doing that, you're saying yeah. So you know that's wrong. But if you're making an excuse, oh, I've had a hard life. Yeah. I've had this. I've had that. That's not an excuse. Do you know what I mean? Like I said to you earlier, I think I had a good childhood. Yeah. I had a very adventurous childhood and upbringing, but nothing that would warrant me to say that's the reason why I've done drugs. There was no excuse. Yeah.
So, from what obviously I've never really kind of gone too deep into like taking. I definitely ain't done no heroin and that and all that. Yeah. But I mean, like, from what I hear, it's like you want to escape. It's like a feeling of escape from either your thoughts or your memories or all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So when you say, obviously you said like you had a decent childhood and whatever,
Yeah.
but was it still something that you reckon you used to mask pain, or was it just something that you just kind of just ended up in and you just didn't know how to get out of it until it was the time?
When you look at when you look at it like that,
yeah,
like I say, I've not got an excuse.
Yeah.
I think from my point of view, looking at it, I think people must do it just because they love the buzz.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
you see the lifestyle I was living,
yeah,
the people that I had around me, we just loved the buzz.
That's very honest of you, bro. That's very honest of you, bro.
I've got no excuse for saying, oh yeah, I've got a straight going mum.
Yeah.
I looked up to my dad.
Yeah.
I had my granddad there, and through some of it, like I had my girlfriend there, and she's probably the most supportive person that made me decide to change my life.
That's an amazing thing. That's an amazing thing to have.
Yeah, but when you're on drugs, you don't realise that you've got people like that around you. So when I come down and I broke down to her, she was the one who was there, and she understood, and she helped me to be where I am now and say no.
So you told her. Maybe she suspected, maybe she knew you was going through some stuff, but maybe she just didn't know how deep it was. So you've broken it down, you've told her everything. Yeah. Like, how does she then help you? How does she then support you? Does she...
She took me on, pardon me, she took me on holidays.
Yeah.
She made sure I was alright. She just made sure she kept me active. She kept me busy.
Yeah.
She made me happy. Do you know what I mean? And she was doing all of that. So and then she was pregnant as well. She was pregnant at the time of all my madness.
Yeah.
She was pregnant, and I mean, I look back now and I think, what an idiot.
Yeah.
So we had our first daughter.
Yeah.
And I was at the hospital and everything.
At these times, are you still doing drugs at this point? Are you coming off?
I was coming off, but
still kind of
little dabbling and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But from the day my daughter was born and we was in that hospital, my missus, she had to have some massive injection in her back.
Yeah. Epidural or something, I think they call it. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So this doctor's whacked out this massive needle. I'm thinking, I've never seen one like that. Yeah. So she's just shaking, like tears in her eyes and all that, and I'm looking at her thinking, I need to fucking change. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is where I need to stop being selfish and doing my shit. Yeah. And concentrate on this woman, because that's my baby. Do you know what I mean? And she's going through all of this for us. Do you know what I mean? So I was holding her hand and I was looking at her and I was like, I said to myself, I said, you need to stop this. You need to change. You know what I mean? And then we had a little girl. We went on a holiday. We got another little girl now. I'm in full-time work. My missus is in full-time work, and like I can say now, like I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm happy. Do you know what I mean?
So I can sense, I can see and hear that your missus, in a way, has either saved your life physically, or has definitely saved your happiness then.
Yeah.
Right? So, with that being said, how because from what I hear, when you're an addict, it's something that you fight every day. It's something that you kind of, it's like every day you wake up, you still got to kind of plug away and fight the urges, or still keep away from certain situations and all of that sort of stuff. So like, because she is that important, how in your mind do you process making sure that you stay as the person that I met? Because I never met you back then. You know what I'm saying? I've met you as who you are now, innit? So how do you...
Well, how I met you, I haven't given credit for. The BJJ, how me and you met, was also a key in... Because you've seen the group of people that we're with. When we train together. Because I'd always been into my training, remember? Same as my dad. BJJ just attracts the best group of people, I think. Well, our club does, anyway. Definitely. So,
shout out Rogue Jiu-Jitsu, yeah?
Shout out Rogue Jiu-Jitsu. We are the best. But, so, I was always around these people. And it made me want it to be on the straight and narrow. Because I wanted to conversate with people. And obviously I'm not going to be able to talk about drugs or talk about going and robbing people and this and that. I'm not... I don't want to anymore. Do you know what I mean? I'm 30 years old. I don't want to talk about that. But, so BJJ, shout out to Road Jiu-Jitsu, that helped me along the way. So I've got BJJ, I've got my missus, I've got my girls, I've got my job, and we're just happy. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, if I went on, say, like a 3-day bender, my missus is just going to kick me out. If she's kicked me out, I'm not going to be living anywhere. My job's going to go. You know what I mean? Like it's like a domino effect, isn't it? Eventually, like, you will lose everything if you do a drug. And you, I'm not talking for all drugs. Do you know what I mean? But I'm talking from my personal experience with the harder drugs. If you do one of them drugs, it's like a domino effect. You will lose everything. So now, when I look at it now, I think to myself, do you want to lose what you got now? No, I don't. Then stay away.
You know, like, because it's rare that...
If it was in front of me now, if it was in front of me now, because of the person that I am now and the person that I've become, and this, that and the other, because someone could take that away from me. Cheers, mate. Shit, you don't want it around you. Like, I wouldn't promote it. I wouldn't draw too much attention to it. I'd just take it away. Do you know what I mean?
So did you have to change your circle then?
Yeah.
So the people that you used to hang around with, let's say day to day, back when you're deep in the streets and doing all what you was doing, was that part of it? When you and your missus kind of, or when you, obviously you've got the baby on the way, the baby's come, and day to day, are you having to kind of not isolate yourself, but kind of keep yourself away from...
I don't have to isolate myself when one got shot in his head on the door.
Fucking hell.
I used to go and do that with. Walked out of his door, got shot in the head.
What, in his front door or in the club or something?
Door where his family lived.
Fucking hell.
And then I won't say no names. So that's just one of them. The others, heroin addicts, this, that and the other. You've got no mates in that game. You've got no mates in that game. Do you know what I mean? So, family's key. BJJ mates are key. Like, just surround yourself with good people, and like that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm all about now. I'm all about promoting being good.
Maybe give some motivational talk to somebody who's struggling with either drugs or maybe just struggling just generally.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the stuff that you've kind of used to get you out of that whole kind of time of your life, it can apply to people that maybe ain't necessarily on drugs, but maybe they are just struggling with life, feeling depressed, feeling like the world's against them, feeling like they can't get out of the hole that they're in. Maybe you could speak to that before, and that would be the last bit, and I'll let you.
Generally, if you're feeling depressed or you feel like the world's against you, try to look at things from a different point of view. Do you know what I mean? I would say get yourself a support network. Just talk to someone, talk to a friend. Just get yourself out there. Let people know how you feel, because there is someone that can always listen and give you a bit of advice when you're not maybe seeing it from the right perspective. There's always people out there to help you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm one of them people that I was in that bad position, and because of other people helping me and helping yourself, you can get out of it.
Appreciate that. Big stuff, sorry, man. Love, man. Big up, brother, man. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Big up, man.